Lately, I've been having an existential crisis again about my music, about whether it's going anywhere. But then something happened. I was so sad and felt like there was just no hope for me to make anything, have any success in the music industry. And I was sad and felt hopeless, but I was feeling again. Lately, I'd been getting busy and just not very in tune with my feelings, I guess. But this time I was feeling, and the only thing that made sense was to do it like I did in the old days. I felt a strong need to just write a song. I was always a writer before I was a music producer, and lately I've been neglecting this part of me because I was spending so much time on music production.
Hey you, have you thought about something lately? When you feel completely empty, I know. Hang on as we drop down to the ground now, grabbing onto nearest branches.
Recently, I felt this really strong need to just write a song. It's been a while since I just sat down and wrote a song that didn't include music production. I took a free type beat that I found on YouTube and I just started recording some vocal melody into it directly in my DAW. It was this fresh first listen. I was just channeling the emotions that I was feeling while listening to the beat and just feeling in general. And I was also partially already singing some half lyrics. Then I moved to writing the lyrics and recording the parts already with the actual lyrics. Sometimes when I listen to that initial melody that I record, that initial idea, I hear some words or bits of words that didn't seem to have much meaning when I recorded it the first time, but when I re-listen to it, they remind me of some words and they guide me when I write the actual lyrics. It feels like I'm singing my feelings out in the first recording, and already subconsciously I'm dressing it up with some words. And I don't yet understand why I'm using these words. I don't know yet consciously what it is that I'm trying to say. But then, as I start actually writing the lyrics and I explore, that's when it all comes together. And the things I was mumbling also start making sense. Let me show you my project and just walk you through a little bit through my process. What I find interesting, this song, I made it so quickly. I wrote it on Friday evening. I finished writing the lyrics in about 30-40 minutes. Saturday, 1 hour, I recorded vocals, and then on Sunday I was busy with other things, but on Monday evening I just added some reverbs delay to my standard vocal chain, I can say this now, and it's done. Also, here are the lyrics that I wrote. This is the original place where I was writing them, and as you can see, it went pretty smooth. Usually I have more things stricken out or changed positions and this sort of thing, but here really it all kind of came together very quickly. All right, here's the project. Here is the beat that I used. So it's by DN R&B Beats, shout out. And yeah, I was just browsing through his beats and I noticed this one and I really vibed with it. And then I immediately just started recording some stuff. This is chopped because I was chopping it and muting certain parts to write over it. But actually this was one take, which was that demo, that initial idea, initial feeling. And then I was basically listening back to it and I was writing the lyrics in my notebook. And what was really cool, as I said, the melody that I made up immediately, that melody really guided me in terms of how many syllables I could use and what I wanted to say. And because it wasn't only a melody, but I was already kind of saying some words there or things that reminded me of some words, then it also really guided my writing process. And then here I was just recording the bits of the song with actual lyrics that I wrote. And then I had basically just a bunch of different takes for different sections where I was just recording it a few times. I recorded a bunch of normal melodies, the main melody, and then I also recorded a couple of harmonies, especially for the chorus, because I'm singing in head voice there. So it was really important to me to add a double layer that's sang a bit lower and with full voice to add more body to the vocal. And I also added some harmonies because that always sounds nice. I literally took just 1 hour to record all vocal takes, which never happens. For me, recording vocal takes, it's just over and over again. But admittedly, maybe what helped me is that the song was pretty comfortable for me to sing. And I had some experience from practicing earlier on some other songs, and I feel like maybe some things clicked in my head. But I think this is not a difficult song to sing for me, and that really helped a lot. So yeah, that was really it for the vocal recording. And then I came back to the project and I was basically selecting my favorite vocals, usually around 2 layers, so one main layer and another layer of a double. And I used what I think is my vocal chain right now that I've been searching for and learning these past couple of weeks. I was already using it on each track that I was recording, so then I could just listen back to it and it was already sounding kind of good and kind of mixed already. And then on the main vocals, this is what I used. And then on the vocals that I selected as doubles, I was adding one more thing, which is stereo spread. I cannot overstate. I cannot overstate how important stereo spread is in my vocal chain. At least I learned about it only recently, and it's seriously a game changer for me. So yeah, I did that. Then I selected my vocal layers and I also adjusted some volume levels and I thought this sounds good already. Then I basically copied things to the new project and there I deleted all these other takes. And then I was basically adding some reverb and delay on some things. I'm not even sure. I think I added delay only on the chorus and the rest just some reverb. Some people say it sounds too dry. Actually, one person told me this, but other people I shared it with said it sounds really good, so I think I'm gonna keep it the way it is. And yeah, and it's just that. And then I layered it, I selected these harmonies and everything, and that's it. I think what really helped me in this process was that I didn't make the beat, so I was very focused just on the vocals, and that really allowed me to just enjoy the process of writing, of singing, and it was going really fast because, as I also said, it was pretty easy to sing, and it was just such an enjoyable process, and it also showed me that some things can be done quite fast and I don't need to spend days and weeks on one song. I'm still going to do that because I'm still going to produce my songs and spend crazy amounts of time on it, but it was really nice to have this process. I bought the beat in the meantime, MP3 license, because I want to support our producers out there for their work. So I bought MP3 license for this beat so I can use it commercially as well. So I'll be releasing the song. I'm also excited because I want to make the whole marketing thing around it. And I've never really done it. So this is going to be an interesting exercise. And yeah, this is seriously the best sounding vocal I've ever produced. So I'm really proud of myself and happy that I made this. And yeah, I'm just also grateful that this happened and yeah, that somehow I found my way around to it and allowed for this process to happen. For all of you out there who are struggling like me, I just hope that you can reconnect to these things that bring you joy and that made you fall in love with making music in the first place. I think, yeah, when you give yourself the permission and space to reconnect with it, I think that's really beautiful. I really love it. I'm very happy with this song and so proud of myself for not giving up and for pursuing what I care about. Because I was feeling so down and so hopeless. But this song brought such a breath of good air into my life again. Reminded me of the old days, reminded me of what I'm good at and what comes somewhat naturally to me. Amongst hard work and struggle, it's so important to have these wins and completed projects from time to time. And also, it's Q1 of 2026, and I've made professional sounding vocals for the first time. It makes me so happy because my main goal for 2026 was to perfect my vocal chain and just get good at recording vocals and mixing vocals. I really want to be able to make professional sounding vocals, so this is such an important milestone for me. And this song also helped me realize that all of the work I've put in so far really brings results. All the hours, days, weeks that I spent learning from vocal mixing tutorials, from just, trying things out and playing around with some settings back and forth, from all these live streams that we did in February, 4 days a week. It all accumulated, and I see that I actually learned something and that I made something that sounds good. This was really, really cool. It really brings a spark of joy into my journey right now.
Serenity stop into the darkness tonight. I'm in a dream, I can't wake up.